a year ago, two of my dear friends were thrown into prison in a large Muslim country for talking to Muslims about Jesus. Indeed, in most countries that are predominantly Muslim, one cannot go and freely talk about Jesus without the fear of prison or even death. Question, how can Islam be true if it cannot stand up in the marketplace of ideas without the protection of a gun or prison? Indeed, does not the truth welcome criticism and debate?
See, the question is quite a rhetoric one about Muslim governments, their policies with regards to people coming in and perverting their people. From the point of view of the Muslim, is a perversion. From the worship of the one true God, people want to take away our children and worship human beings, created beings. To us, it is the highest form of blasphemy. Instead of worshiping God, worshiping his creatures. So if the governments are trying to defend, I'm not defending them, but I said if they are trying to defend in the best interest of the people, that is their business. But now, at the same time, it also poses another question from my side, that the Christian missionaries, you'll have to now acknowledge that they're using deceitful methods, deceitful. Look at this. Look at this. This book here. No Muslim child will ever think that this is Christian. Look at this. Al-Kitab, Arabic calligraphy. See, deceiving the Muslims in the guise of Islamic book. This. At close view, if you have, you see, how easily the Muslim is being taken up by this. Al-Kitab. This calligraphy is Islamic, but actually is the Gospel of St. Matthew. Can you imagine? Deceit. Now, I want to know whether your Christianity allows you to deceive people. In Pakistan, on my way, I delivered a lecture. While I am walking out, people all around, they surround me, they're shaking hands, congratulating me. A small boy, about 12 or 14, he comes to me and he presents these three to me. This. This. Look at this. He presents this to me. I take it. I felt like kissing it. That's our habit. Allah's kalam, if we come across, we kiss it, but the crunch was too great. People, so I put it quickly in my pocket. For about 3 to 4 days, I had no chance of taking it out. Believe me, I'm not exaggerating. I'm moving from place to place. I have no time. When I go to the hotel, I'm tired. I take off my jacket and throw it down one side. Then in Abu Dhabi or somewhere, I took it out and put this on my table next to the bed. Till I'm not looking what it is. Then now, to move further, I said, now let me weed out all these papers that I've collected. And I start looking at this. I'm reading, Allah, Muhammad. Look at it. Allah, Muhammad. I'm reading, Allah, Muhammad. I turn the back, it's calendar. Another one, beautiful calligraphy. Islamic calligraphy. Look at this. In 100 years, the Muslim child will never know what he's harboring in his house. Sticker, beautiful sticker. He's going to tear this out and put it in the Quran. Stick it in the Quran. You know what? Deceit. Christian missionaries, this is what they're doing to our people now. Deceiving them. This one here. This is back of it. He said the Lord's Prayer. It's a Lord's Prayer? We don't talk like that. The Lord's Prayer says Al-Fatiha. We say Al-Fatiha. The opening chapter. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Opening chapter. The Lord's Prayer. So what's this? Abbana. Say, O our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, in Arabic. Calligraphy, deceitful. You see what you're doing? Deceiving the people. This one here is not Allah Muhammad. For a week, I couldn't see it. Look at this. Everybody says Allah Muhammad. Am I right? What do you see? It's not Allah Muhammad, it's Allah Muhabba. God is love. Deceiving people. I ask you, my brother missionary. You see, you're protesting. I said, look, is this your way of propagating your faith? If you have something good, why don't you go out openly and talk to them? Give them your calligraphy, your language. What are you trying to catch fish with? What are you doing now? Deceiving people. And here, another one. Coming from Ghana, a letter addressed to the Arab countries. I must read it to you. I must read it to you. What they're trying to do now. They're sending parcels, literature, into Muslim countries. And on the top of it, they put rubber stamps. This is asking now, do you think that if I send you bigger parcels, about twice or thrice the sizes I sent you with our franking stamp, which has the name Islamic Madrasatul, Islamic Madrasatul. I don't know what it really means. But as soon as the postman, the government man says, is there Islamic Madrasatul inside? Your religion allows you to deceive people like that? In the guise of, Jesus Christ truly described them. He says, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravening wolves. They're trying to deceive you. You must be beware of them. So, brother, I'm not defending my Arab brothers. In Pakistan, you have the freedom there. Pakistan, your missionaries are making inroads. In Bangladesh, you have the freedom there. In India, you have the freedom there. See? In Indonesia, Malaysia, you have the freedom there. If some Arabs, are more stringent in the regulations, but you're still getting through. Look, by deceit, by post, by radio, you're getting through. So what are you complaining about? What is your complaint? We have a legitimate complaint. Books that the Christians write. Every book. Inside, why I became a Christian, Sultan Muhammad Paul. When you flip the pages, verses from the Quran. For the Muslim, these verses are sacred, sacrosanct. Every child, every grown-up will kiss it and put it next to the Quran. Why? Because Allah's kalam is, He will not tear it, He will not burn it. You know the psychology of the Muslim, and you're taking unfair advantage of it. Look at this. From Sufism to Islam, John Abdul Subhan. Look at this. Deceit? Does your religion allow you to deceive people like this? Catching fish? No, you tell me. So what are you crying about? What are you complaining about? In Africa, you have 35,000 full-time crusaders. Jimmy Swaggart is boasting that he's getting 22 million Muslims through his radio service, 22 million. I'm asking, what are you crying about? Please. Don't, bashful maidens. When you do the things, you're hurting the people's feelings, you're trying to steal our children. And now, when somebody tries to do some type of protection, you're wailing like a woman. Please don't do that.